Well, on behalf of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, we are writing to express our unwavering solidarity with our ally and sister union, the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, in their ongoing efforts to secure rights of tanker drivers who are currently being hired at Dangote. Well, recall that Dangote wanted to hire workers and told them you cannot join any union. The tanker drivers that were supposed to drive these Dangote trucks, the tankers, they were supposed to deliver fuel directly from Dangote depot straight to the buyer. Bypassing the middlemen, Dangote wants to employ tankers to do that. Now, these same workers have gone, 90% of them have gone to join PENGASSAN. And mostly it's the senior staff, And then Dangote fired all of them immediately, 24 hours after they joined. And Osifo is saying that they will be recalled in a jiffy. All right? So, but, recall also that Dangote Refinery strongly defended its treatment of workers after being accused by a major trade union of preventing employers from joining labor organization. Well, the massive oil refinery said joining unions remains completely voluntary at its facilities as required by Nigerian law and international labor standards. The company denied claims that it forces drivers to sign contracts stopping them from becoming union members, where the dispute centers on allegation made by the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, which accused Dangote of suppressing workers' rights. However, the refinery dismissed these claims as a distortion of facts and urged the union to focus on its own internal problem instead. Well, it's a misplaced attribute and responsibility to Dangote Refinery for the personal choices made by drivers regarding union affiliation. Well, that is what the Dangote denied, but right now, just 24 hours after these same workers, they said they are not stopping them from joining this union, Dangote have fired all of them for joining the union. But according to the Dangote Refinery, they said it is a measure to cut costs and re-strategize. Do you buy that story? That is the question now. The Nigerian Union of Petroleum Workers and the senior staff of petroleum workers, they are all now going for a showdown that could cripple refinery operations. So this morning, we are going to do some analysis of what's off and what's not on the show. So everybody stick around because, anything that affects petroleum affects everybody. The small and large business enterprises are all going to suffer. And when they do that, NEPA will carry their own wahala and increase band A price, because that will be that you can't even buy fuel, so you rely on NEPA. So there are like ripple effects if this goes on and start affecting the people. So stick around, everybody. Let's go discussing this very, very important matter that will be of your own interest. And of course, what do you make of this? Is Dangote doing the right thing by sacking the workers for joining a union, or they are saying it is not because they joined the union, it's to re-strategize and then bring that? They also allege that some of the workers are sabotaging Dangote Refinery due to the recent breakdown of this. We hear that fire happened here, this broke down, they cannot meet up with this, they cannot meet up with that. Just a year when they built a nearly $20 billion refinery, the workers are sabotaging them. So they are all Nigerians. Well, there's no fire, there's no smoke without fire. So Dangote is saying that, are they trying to cover face to justify the reason why they are sacking their workers, or is a fact that these people are sabotaging? So which side of the divide? All in support of Dangote say aye, all against say nay. That's what we are going to do today on the show. Welcome aboard to the massive program. Welcome to the main event on radio. It is Straight Talk live on Echo FM 100.7. My name is Barry Cosmas, the radio Mashadi, one on radio. Your big brother on radio. Let's go take a look at what the newspapers are saying this morning on the show. Don't touch that dial. I'll be right back. All right, let's go to our local papers here. Let's take the Nigerian News Point, the weekend edition of the Nigerian News Point. IHTEF holds OFO with a food drink festival in Imo, January 3rd and 4th of 2026. That's according to the King of Soups. Oh boy, everybody, I hope I'm going to be a judge on that particular one. A decade of impactful progressive governance in Nigeria. Well, that is another headline there. Go grab a copy of the Nigerian News Point and get more details on that one. Imo government flags flays mining devastation as a commissioner raises alarm. And of course, we have Oluzuru May Youths Assembly elects new leadership. Ibekwe family remembers late mother, and a human rights lawyer drags Ibas to ICPC over Rivers 283.3 billion naira spent in 6 months. Oh my God. Can you imagine that kind of expenditure in 6 months by a man who was appointed and not elected, spending that amount of money? Does it justify it? Well, the courts will decide that he has dragged him to ICPC. So ICPC, go and check corruption. All right, let's go over to the national dailies. Now, on the national dailies, we have the Punch newspaper. All right, this story is from the political scene. 2027 presidency coalition demands Atiku obeys a full membership. All right, the story goes that the leadership of the opposition coalition has demanded that its members resign from their current political parties and join the African Democratic Congress fully, although it gave no specific deadline for the transition. When the National Publicity Secretary of the ADC, Bolaji Abdullahi, stated this in Abuja on Thursday, that was yesterday, following a caucus meeting that included senior party leaders and prominent political figures. The All Progressive Congress and the People's Democratic Party have dismissed a directive by the African Democratic Congress, directing prospective members in other parties to decamp to the ADC ahead of the 2027 general election. Well, the APC and ADC and the PDP said the move by the coalition posed no threat and would have no impact on them. Well, since the ADC was introduced in July 2nd as a coalition platform to challenge President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 general election, a few opposition leaders have switched parties to join it. However, most have yet to formally leave their existing parties. For instance, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar left the People's Democratic Party but has not officially joined the ADC. Well, similarly, Peter Obi of the Labour Party 2023 presidential candidate and several others continue to remain in their respective parties despite associating themselves with the coalition. Abdullahi also stated that all matters related to the African Democratic Association have now been resolved. He stated, though final order has been given to all members to resign membership of their political parties, the caucus was silent on the timeline. Abdullahi said, the coalition has restated everything concerning the ADA. That means they are not interested in the registration of otherwise of the association. All the presidential aspirants have agreed to support whoever wins the primaries election, he stated. He also mentioned that the National Working Committee will soon release the schedule for primary election in Osun and Ekiti states in preparation for the upcoming off-cycle governorship polls. All right, that is according to the Punch newspaper. But with this move now, are they trying to force Obi and Atiku to join them? But if these two people who want to be president decide to join the ADC, recall that the latest Electoral Act reform stipulates that if you contest a primary in any party, you cannot contest a primary in any other party or get the the flag bearer of any other party after you participate in the primary of a particular party. So with this now, the ADC has not zoned their own presidential ticket. The PDP has since zoned it to the southeast. The APC has zoned it to the south, which also allows the southeast and the south-south and southwest to contest. But since they have singled out President Tinubu as their sole candidate, which means clarity of what they want to do. But the opposition party seems to be wallowing in confusion because right now we don't know where the presidential candidate will be coming from. But they are saying it should be open. But Nigeria has this gentleman's agreement that is not written constitutionally of the North and South dichotomy when it comes to election. Right now, the presidency should be coming from the South and not the North. Atiku contested when it was town of the South and is still contesting when it's town of the South. So when he goes to the North, will he still contest? That is just what has gone on and on since the last past, is it 5 or 6 elections now? He has contested for the president. So that is another issue we need to look out for. 804 billion naira arms import spark calls for local production. 804 billion naira. So we can no longer produce arms, but it has sparked calls for local production. Can we produce the kind of arms we want? These foreign arms producers would spark war so that you can go buy their own weapons. Imagine 850 billion. That is close to 1 trillion naira just to go and import arms. This money is now going to somebody's economy abroad. If this money was circulating in Nigeria, what is wrong with that? We have universities, we have chemical engineering graduates and very, very good ones at that. We have Nigerian Army Engineering Corps and that can produce all these weapons if they are properly trained. Why can't we build these factories here and employ those Western people to build it here? Pay them salary. Why must we go abroad importing things? This has become the black man's bane. It has become a very serious matter. I bet you if we start producing our own weapons in this country and Africa start producing and stop buying from the Western world, trust me, this crisis of bandits and everything will reduce drastically because if these guys are not making money, they will not instigate wars. It's a very simple thing, and we don't want to look into that one now. Denmark shuts airport twice amid a drone security scare. Red hot. Okay. Italy fined 6 oil firms $1 billion fine for restricting competition. UK to curb illegal migration with digital ID scheme. See, UK, when I take on a time, when I can carry our ancestors, and also we will find them go. Eh? You came to Africa, pack people's grandfathers and great-grandfathers and their ancestors, you took them away. Now their children are going to look for them. You are stopping them. Come on, take time. All these UK and white men. I'm going to be careful. All right, Southeast governors pushing for Nnamdi Kanu's release. That's according to Governor OT. You can grab a copy of the Punch newspaper, get more details on that one. Marketers afford Dangote's 500,000-liter fuel delivery threshold. All right, that's part of the problem. But the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has introduced a minimum purchase requirement of 500,000 liters of petrol for oil marketers wishing to benefit from its free delivery scheme. While sparking debates across Nigerian downstream petroleum sector, the refinery confirmed that a new condition this week stating that only marketers who buy 500,000 liters or more qualify for no-cost transportation of products at the refinery gantry price of 820 naira per liter. This translates to a minimum outlay of about 410 million naira, equivalent to at least 11 trucks of 45,000 liters each. Well, a senior refinery official who asked not to be named explained, yes, the minimum order quantity for the free delivery is 500 liters. All right, probably they will still increase it. Who knows? Where the requirement has raised concerns among independent petroleum marketers who argue that the benchmark is too high for most operators to meet. The National Publicity Secretary of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Chinedu Kadike, confirmed that members were struggling with the threshold. So come together, Mona, join, go buy 500 liters, 500,000, and share to yourself. It's as simple as that. So stop complaining. That after all, that is what most of you do with Pinnacle and the rest of these oil depots that you import from abroad. How many of you import? You go and import, you say you have imported millions of barrels abroad, but when it comes to Dangote, you're complaining. These marketers, they have a game plan. It's like Dangote is their match. Only time will tell. Let's see where this fight will head to. Yes, all right, we move on now to the Daily Post newspaper. On the Daily Post newspaper, we have this very, very breaking news here that Dangote Refinery sacks all Nigerian workers 24 hours after they joined PENGASSAN. All right. Okay, we'll talk about that much later. Tinubu concerns as El-Rufai stirs live presidency plot controversy. All right, are we going to take this with a pinch of salt, or is something he's speaking from an informed point of view? El-Rufai said Tinubu is going to be our own version of the Cameroonian president. Former governor of Kaduna State and chieftain of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, Nasir El-Rufai, recently stirred the hornet's nest when he alleged that Nigeria would likely have another Paul Biya of Cameroon in President Bola Tinubu if Nigerians do not wake up from their long slumber. All right, El-Rufai finally realized that Nigerians are in a very long slumber. While the former governor had warned that President Tinubu might attempt to rule Nigeria for life, as Paul Biya did in Cameroon. If Nigerian citizens fail to unite and resist him, he handed down the warning in a statement where he passionately urged Nigerians to rise above political, ethnic, and religious divisions and come together in a collective effort to safeguard the future of democracy in the Nigeria. Okay. Guys, when you are in opposition, it is sweet to hear their voice. This is the same man who was singing high praise of Tinubu. All of a sudden, he has become the mouthpiece of Nigerians. Oh, me tabo. Politicians will always be politicians. Everywhere you go, you're going to see them. Well, he handed down a warning and said, we all should wake up from our slumber. Well, are we waking up or we're not waking up? We want to be asleep. That's your question. So let me get your answer. All right. He has shown his true colors. Nupeng reacts as Dangote Refinery sacks all Nigerian workers. Well, Nupeng, the national president of Nupeng, Prince Williams Akberoha, made this known in an interview with Daily Post on Friday. This comes after the president of the Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, Festus Osifo, who also doubles as the Nigerian Trade Union Congress president, on Friday confirmed to Daily Post that Dangote Refinery sacked all Nigerian workers over membership of the union. While reacting to the development, Akborea said Dangote has started showing Nigerians his true colors, that is the stuff Dangote is made of. He has shown his true colors to all Nigerians, he said. What are the true colors of Dangote? Okay, your boss employs you and say, no, unionism, you go join union. Then he said, okay, since you want to join the union, go and continue with the union. I will hire new staff. And then you are complaining. Does it make any sense to you? Or is Dangote forcing people to live by their whims and caprices? As a worker, you have no say. Well, this is a private-owned business. It's not a government organization. So what would happen? Okay, Southeast governors have not abandoned Nnamdi Kanu. That is according to OT. Abia State Governor Alex Oti says the Southeast governors have not abandoned the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu. Well, Governor Oti stated this during the media parley on Thursday night in Umuahia, the state capital. According to him, the governors are actively engaging relevant authorities to secure Kanu's release, stressing that not all efforts meant for public disclosure. Some of the engagement and assurances we have received are not for public consumption, since it may derail the process. But as his governor, I am at the forefront of ensuring he comes back home. All the Southeast governors are together in this, Oti said. This declaration is coming a day after Igbo elders from across the Southeast staged a protest at Government House Umuahia over Kanu's continued incarceration. The elders accused political leaders in the zone of neglecting the IPOB leader and urged OT to rally his colleagues to engage President Bola Tinubu on the matter. All right, with this now, is it a good one that we are hearing this from the governor, or is another political talk by the governor? Now the issue is this matter is in court. Are they going to withdraw the matter in case and give him a presidential pardon that go and say no more, or, well, we don't want to pursue the matter again? Is that what they're asking for? So you look at it and tell what exactly should be the outcome of this continuous call for his release, despite court has already said that he was extraordinarily rendition to Nigeria, which was against the law. But definitely That is Nigeria for you. A lot of people want him to remain in prison, while others want him out. Which side of the divide are you? All right, let's go. Remember, this is for information purpose. I'm not going to be discussing what is already in court. So when you call, please desist from talking about what is in court. I've told you this over and over and over. So let's not go talking about something that is sub-judicial. All right, let's continue on the Vanguard newspaper. On the rather sad note, ex-Arsenal striker dies after suffering brain injury during a game. Well, Chichester City FC, a former Arsenal Academy striker, Billy Vigar, has died following a significant brain injury. The 21-year-old, born in Watling, was injured during a game at Wingate and Finchley in the Eastman League Premier League division on Sunday. It is believed he collided with a concrete wall during the club, though the club has not confirmed this. All right, that is on the Vanguard newspaper. Oh, but may so rest in peace. Very young man dying. Why did he collide with a concrete wall? Okay. All right, traders lament as Lagos government demolishes 19 buildings at Trade Fair Plaza. This demolition in Lagos is just one too many. No fewer than 19 buildings were yesterday demolished at the new Mandela Plaza within the popular Trade Fair complex in Lagos as the Lagos state government moved in with heavy security to enforce the exercise, where the demolition was carried out under tight security with convoys of trucks from the Lagos State Task Force, Rapid Response Squad, and other tactical teams stationed around the plaza. Stern-looking officers restricting access to the premises and dispersed traders who attempted to record the operation. By the time of the filing of this report, several targeted buildings included inside the plaza had already been reduced to rubble, sparking outrage among shop owners. Many of them claimed they were not even given prior notice. One trader speaking reluctantly said, "We don't even know the reason for the demolition. That's why you see people moving up and down asking questions." Another speculated that the affected structures may have been marked for being too close to the canal. Well, a visibly agitated plaza owner who arrived at his shop was being pulled down, shouted from his car that no notice was served before the bulldozers moved in. Several sales representatives also lamented that their buses' goods still locked inside shops were destroyed along the buildings. What kind of wickedness is this government portraying on people? I don't understand. Well, distracted traders told Vanguard that no fewer than 19 buildings, each valued at over 150 million naira, were affected. One trader fumed. If government doesn't want companies or development here, they should just come and say it. People have invested their life savings here. Over 19 buildings are in that plaza. Another trader, Chief Magnus Ike, Chief Executive Officer Magnus Merchandise, watched as his multi-billion naira property stood no chance against the bulldozers. He insisted he had federal approval for the structure. Honestly, I have not been served any notice from the Lagos state government whatsoever. The only notice we got here are from the federal government, and we comply. This building was inspected. Even the Minister of Environment had been here. If there is any problem, the proper thing is to notify us. You don't just let people borrow bank money, take loans, and then crash their investment overnight. Dismissing claim that this property sat on a canal, he gestured around. Look for yourself. There is no canal here. Whatever their reason is, due process demands notice. None was given. Yet, standing defiantly amid the ruins, said, demolition or not, I will continue to bid. Lagos is for all of us. We go nowhere. All right, that is the defiant nature of that Igbo man there in Lagos. Well, these people keep saying Lagos is a no man's land, and the Lagos government keep telling them this is our land. Why apathy dogs voter registration in Southeast and South-South? This is going to be our last story. Then I'll open up the phone lines, everybody. Just get ready. Lagos, 5 weeks into the ongoing continuous voter registration CVR being conducted by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, our party has apparently continued to trail the exercise in Southeast and South-South geopolitical zone. Analysis of data published by INEC showed that in 35 days, the Southeast recorded 76,493 online pre-registration and 22,991 physical registration. The South had 280,904 online registration and 27,690 physical registration. The figures drawn from 10 states of both zones are less than 578,904 online pre-registration and 83,284 physical registration recorded by Osun State, one of 6 states of the Southwest. At the end of the day, you people in the Southeast, not be me because I've been shouting here, go and register so that you can have the numbers to compete with the other counterparts from other side of the... One state has more registration than the entire Southeast and South-South. Oh, me tabo. And when the results come out now, you'll be shouting, no marginalization. You'll be shouting, electoral fraud. You'll be shouting, rigging. This is where the rigging starts. You are the one rigging yourself right now. Whether you like it or not, the truth, I must say, you are rigging yourself out of any electoral victory for anybody who wants to be a national figure, because if you cannot have your home base and the numbers count in your home base, election is all about numbers. Look at the numbers they are posting from the Southwest. Look at the one they are posting from the Southeast. Imagine 76,000 against 500,000 in one state. Okay, now, both online and physical registration, reach 100,000. Only one state is 500,000 in Southwest. And then you say you want to win election. Want to continue. All right, that's the only thing I can say. Since you feel that your vote will not be counted, so there's no reason for you to even have a chance to vote in case anything happens. Go and register. From morning to night, you're in your shop. You're selling, you're doing your business. Tomorrow, you start crying. Anyway, that is what I have to tell you. Whether you like it or not, I'll say it. And for those of you who will get angry that I'm saying it, well, that's your own cup of tea. I am responsible for what I say. You are responsible for what you understand. But be wise. Wisdom shows that you cannot shoot yourself in the foot and expect to stand tall. It's not possible. So everybody, if you like, don't go and register. Don't go and collect your voter's card. And then wait on election day. You'll be having hundreds of thousands of votes coming, whether they are real or fake, whether one person stamps it or not. The numbers on their registration will now justify whatever they do. And then you sit down here and then be crying just because what you voted for didn't hold water, just because at the end of the day, INEC will do what they want. You don't want to even give yourself any chance of anything, just in case, according to Zebuda, in case of incasity. That's not nice. Anyway, let me open up the phone lines now. Everybody join the conversation. 0911 20,022 or 0707 454 1014. Let's go there. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Talk. Who my line?
Yeah, good morning, Barry.
I greet you.
My name is Herbert. I call from Port Harcourt.
All right.
Yeah, let me join the Abia governor to also plead for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Let's see whether it will bring peace to Southeast. Having said that, El-Rufai telling us that Mr. President should be like Pobia in Cameroon. I'm really wondering where El-Rufai is getting this fact from.
Okay.
The same El-Rufai that sang praises to high heavens during 2023 elections. What is he saying differently? Let me not believe that it's because he sold ministerial bid that he's coming with all these things. But we don't want that to happen. If he has a way of checkmating it, let him go ahead and checkmate. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, you say let him go and checkmate. The only way to checkmate if come out in monobus to vote, and the only way to vote is to get your voter's card. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Very good morning.
I greet you. Welcome aboard.
I'm Mike Richards. We are doing this for Mike.
Okay, Mike, carry go.
We have studied on 70-something thousand against 500,000. Difference is too much. Go and have your voter's card. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Hello, Barry Cosmos. Good morning.
I greet you, sir. Welcome aboard.
Okay, I'm Benedict Gaza. I'm calling from the local government of Singapore State.
All right, carry go, sir.
Religion of Nnamdi Kanu, this is the work of the governors of Southeast to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is released. I don't know why they keep silent since the detention of Nnamdi Kanu.
But you had the governor say they are not keeping quiet now. Why are you saying they are keeping quiet?
Okay. This is the time they have to wake up and see that the man is released.
All right.
Thank you, God bless you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hello, Barry.
I greet you. Welcome aboard, sir.
Good morning, my dear.
Welcome.
I like your program well.
Thank you very much.
My announcement in Nigeria is over Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was in detail. I'm not happy.
Okay.
So I would like them to release our beg.
All right. Thank you very much.
I beg.
Thank you. Okay, keep the calls coming. 0911 20,022. Good morning.
Hello.
Welcome aboard. Name and submission.
Yeah, Barry, good morning. This is Kingsley from Irete.
Good morning.
Yeah. Please, the idea of this voters card registration. We all in Nigeria know that whether you register or not, the vote doesn't count. It doesn't count. So whatever they like to do, let them do. Let them continue whatever they are doing.
Now, let me ask you one question, sir. The vote doesn't count.
Okay.
Why are others in other parts of the countries registering? On the Southeast, we keep saying whether you vote, you no vote, the vote doesn't count. So is it the vote that doesn't count or you don't count? Because you are making yourself not to count. Don't you think so? If other persons are registering and preparing for it, why is it that in the Southeast, we keep saying it doesn't count and we don't want to register? So if they come to rig now, what are they going to use to rig? Is it not the numbers they will use to rig? So if you say it does not count, then you don't want to be noticed. It means you don't count. That's what you're saying.
We have been together in this country since 1999.
Yes.
And we know what is happening. Whether you vote or not, your vote doesn't go anywhere.
All right.
It's not helping matter. That is all I know about it.
Thank you.
They are not helping us. Whether you vote or not, it doesn't count.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is the mentality of apathy. If you keep using that mentality, you means you just don't have any chance of even changing that it doesn't count. Defeatist mentality is not good. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmos.
I greet you, sir. Welcome aboard.
Happy weekend in advance.
Thank you very much.
My name is Harris Tinobon Natowo, that usually call from Afonola, where the West local government area of Imo State.
Okay.
I want to talk on the demolition in Lagos.
Okay.
See, in Barry, I was in Lagos for 40-something years.
Okay.
And that place they demolished was swamp. Our people went and, did all the excavation and then filled everything there and built all this. The Lagos people, they are not happy because they feel that Igbo people want to dominate, like what happened during 2023 election, where P2B won presidential election in Lagos. So the last time I was there, I came back about 2 years ago. They say Igbo, whether you be APC or be PDP or whatever, no vote or no comfort. So they are not happy with Igbo. And our people are not. You see what that millionaire says, that if they let them demolish 200 of his buildings, he will continue to build Lagos now our own. Let them continue. If we had used the money he used in building all those edifices in Lagos and building his village or even in Owerri or in Enugu, would this have been okay for the people from the Southeast and generate employment for all these our youth as smoking and using banner and everything to finish their life? So I don't have pity for them. Let them continue since they don't want to learn and know that it is better to invest at home than outside. Thank you and have a nice weekend. I wish you the best.
Thank you very much, my brother. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Barry.
I greet you.
Yeah, my name is Kasim. I'm calling from Eyago.
Kasim, carry go.
Yes, hello, my brother. Keep good work.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like the way you used to encourage people to go and register their vote, especially in this Southeast.
Yes.
This is part of a politics. If you know how to play politics, go and register your BVC so that when election comes, you can use it vote for anyone you like. And you people will stop say that it's a rigging, it's a this, it's a that. It's not good. Go and register. This is a part of the politics. Play your politics as other regions used to play their politics. Barry, thank you and God bless you. You are trying.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Morning, Barry.
I greet you.
Thank you. This is Chibos from this.
All right.
Yeah. If it comes to Nandi Carlos case, please let them do the needful. And comes to registration about this, we both, I don't know what is happening to us. We should too. Where we know that population matters, number matters. For Lagos, it's not easy there. I come back from Lagos, they destroy my house. I nearly go mad, me with children. So, Lagos State, I don't know what is happening there. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Barre.
I greet you.
Barre.
Ogami.
Barre.
Eh?
I will report you to Honorable Hioma. I have heard his voice last week.
Yes.
I will report you to Honorable Hioma.
What did I do now?
You have made me to stop calling this line.
Okay. Now me make you stop call. No vex.
Yes, because I'll be calling. It is a hotline.
That be my fault now.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome aboard. Sorry about that.
Your family.
We thank God. Welcome back to the show.
Glory be to you. Glory be to God for making us be in this weekend.
Amen.
I say, may God bless you, guide you, and protect your family.
Amen.
May any enemy who comes around you be demolished in Jesus' name.
Amen.
May more money be into your account.
Amen.
Be alive. God bless you.
God bless you, sir.
Brother
Talbot, thank you very much for your
God
prayers. All right.
But
Oh, sorry. I don't go cut him now. I thought it was done. Good morning. Sorry, Brother Talbot.
Good morning, Barry Cosmos.
I greet you.
Chief Ben Ukwono, speaking from Awaka.
That voice can never change. Chief Ben, carry go.
Thank you very much. I want to align myself with Dangote. Dangote is a private man. He's in his own private business. Whatever principles, policies, rules, and regulations that he has laid out for his workers, they have to adhere to it. By the way, this one company that came out to say openly that they are paying 4 times the minimum wage, and that is commendable. If a worker cannot abide by these lofty packages, then he has to opt out of the company. For them to violate his instruction not to go with Nupeng or whatever befalls such workers should not be blamed on Dangote. That is as simple as that. These oil marketers have been trying to rip off from Nigerians over time, and Dangote has come to checkmate that. Have a nice weekend, Barry. I'm Chief Ben Ukwono.
Thank you, Chief, for your contribution. Let's go to our Facebook now and bring you some messages. Okay, we have this one. Say, Chigoze Onoha. My name is Chigoze Onoha from World Bank House in Owerri. It's unfortunate, Mr. Barry, the way things are going in this country called Nigeria. Please tell me, where do we go from here? Today is Dangote, tomorrow is Nupeng, next is Wike, and the Tinubu. My brother, it's really unfortunate. Thank you very much, Onoha, for your message. To Lillian says, good morning, Big Brother Barry. God bless you and keep you and your family safe. Amen. Thank you very much, Lillian, for your prayers. Magnus says, Zenwa says, good morning, Barry Cosmos, watching you from Agua. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Magnus. We also have Iweze Uchena. My name is Uche Iweze, texting from Amako here. Barry, this country, Nigeria don't tire person. Every day new story. Thank you very much, Chief Ben Okwono from Hawakai says, my resource for Barry, I fully endorse every single measure Dangote is taking as it affects Nupeng and PENGASSAN. It's a known fact that Nupeng is a union out to reap up lives from Nigerians with their deplorable, insensitive and unpatriotic schemes. The average Nigerian is behind Dangote. Who knows what the price of fuel would have been in Nigeria today if not for Dangote intervention? The oil marketers have always nursed this terrible desire to milk the people dry And here is Dangote trying to checkmate that. Dangote, we are behind you. That is according to Chief Ben Ukwono. Wisdom Wewe says, good morning, my big brother Barry. My name is Wisdom from Akwakuma. This country called Nigeria, the way things are going, please, God help us. I love Echo FM. Thank you very much, Wisdom. We also have Chief Ben sent in another message, said, my resourceful Barry, as Tinubu comes visiting, I call on Southeast political leaders, governors, traditional rulers, and religious leaders, legislators, etc., to shun political differences and prevail on the president to release Nnamdi Kanu. Kanu's continuous incarceration, wittingly or unwittingly, gives the impression of a deliberate campaign to ferment an innocent man. May the president this time be gracious enough to hear the call of the Igbo. All right, Mandela Field says Northerners aims usually go from house to house, registering everyone in the building. Our own people are still sleeping. Wake up, Southeast. That's according to Mandela Field. Dr. Mrs. Emma Olebra, let the beat go on so that they will release Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you very much, ma. We also have Julie Dankwambo. Oh, boy. Barry, welcome, ma. Let me tell you that Lagos government is against the Igbos, but Igbos are not united to see this stigmatization. The better we see Southeast or as our home, the better for us. Nigerian government are still dwelling on the 1968 coup. Do have a wonderful day, Mr. Barry, listening from Ghana. Wow, thank you very much, Jolly Dakwambo, all right, all the way from Ghana. I appreciate you. We also have Anosike Emmanuel. The continual detention of Nnamdi Kanu and demolition of Igbo properties and business is a pure indication that Igbos don't belong to Nigeria and pure hatred. Jealousy against Igbos. Every Igbo man is an IPOB because we are indigenous people of Biafra. Biafra runs in our blood and no power can change it. The earlier Nigerian government conducted a referendum for Igbos to go. Every Igbo man should rally around Nnamdi Kanu for our freedom. The stigmatization against Igbos is indeed what Jews passed through before their freedom. All right. With all these kind of comments and going on and saying all these things, how do you think that the government will listen and release Nnamdi Kanu when you keep making comments like this? So when you make comments like this and you expect the people that hold the power to listen to you, that is just the problem. We don't know how to. There's a saying that you stoop to conquer. Why on earth we don't apply that wisdom? Let's stoop and conquer so that we can get this man out, and then you can begin to make all these kind of comments. But now, if somebody listens to this and read it and hear this, okay, what do you think they will be thinking? So we should stop bringing rhetorics that will do more damage than good for us in trying to be boastful, in trying to be telling people that, oh, this is who we are. When you tell me who you are, then what do you expect me to do? So those are the things that we should get understanding in handling matters like this. It's very, very important. When you come to Biafra, it's a very, very, very passionate thing about people. But your utterances sometimes cause more problem for the Biafran agitation. Okay, you want Biafra, you want Nigeria. You don't want Nigeria, you don't want Biafra. Which one you dare? By making comments like this, you think it's by talking tough that will make things go your way. No, dialogue and a little bit of compromise here will get you what you want than being the tough guy. Because if you're being the tough guy and you don't have the power to do anything, the power that gives you the right to referendum and all that, to give you a voice in the upper chamber, it comes from the electoral system. As corrupt as it is, as bad as it is, it comes from there. None of you who make comments like this will stand up and get into the mainstream so that the power can come to you to effect this change. No way. You don't want to do it. It's to stand and talk tough. And you talk tough, at the end of the day, you don't achieve nothing. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know when we are going to get this simple thing in our head that we create more problems for Nnamdi Kanu by making comments like this. You're not talking to help. You're talking to keep that man there Sometimes that's how people reason it. It doesn't make sense. So let's guard our utterances. I had to read out that message fully so that everybody will hear. That's an opinion. It's not one, it's not two. There are thousands who make comments like this every day on social media. And you think they're not saying it. You think Tinubu or the North or the West, people who are holding Nnamdi Kanu, according to Nigerian tribalistic nature, they're not reading and they're not seeing these things, and they see it, and you expect them to come and listen to your pleas or to listen to your dialogue. This is what I'm saying. Everybody, we need to come together and start thinking straight and talk things and say things. Don't forget one thing. Social media, it does not forget. Whatever you say today, it can be brought up tomorrow. And when you keep, okay, then you go, yeah, Buhari, yeah, Buhari, yeah, Buhari. At the end of the day, you call for relief. You think that yap go bring, Buhari don't come, go. Now it's Tinubu's turn. We go, yap Tinubu, yap Tinubu, yap Nigeria, yap everywhere. Then at the end of the day, you want Nigeria to listen to you. Even as I'm talking like this, people will be angry that why are you even saying that? Why you're not in support? No, I am in full support, but the fact is that we need a different approach. And somebody needs to tell you that the approach you are going, insulting, calling names, and being tough unnecessarily when you want to appear tough. No. Go and read the book, She Stoops to Conquer. It's a very simple thing. Every wisdom person needs to reason. Stoop down a little, conquer, and then you can rise. Even the Roman Empire did that. So everybody, we need to be cautious of this kind of utterances. It's not helping in any way or any shape. All right, Damiana Dugo says, good morning, Mr. Barry Cosmos. Dangote is a private group. He stands to go about how he wants to operate his business. Damiana from Owerri. Damiana, thank you very much for that beautiful message. Credo Izeta says, good morning, Mr. Barry. Ezo Binna calling from Okohia, Isiknesi, Idiato South. Say, Barry, the kind of mentality of some of our brothers and sisters here in the South is really disturbing and not encouraging at all. They should go and register for voters' card, and they said no. But tomorrow they will start complaining marginalization. Please, Igbo people, wake up and do the needful. Thank you very much, Credo Ezete, for your message. Ifi Fashion says, good morning, Mr. Barry. Please let them release Kanu again. Please, where and I can say where and can I go and register? Because the last I went at municipal, there was no machine at all. Now that's another thing we need to watch out for. Why are there no machines in the Southeast when people go to register? Well, I think we'll have to take on this INEC again in Imo State. People have been complaining about this. They go to them. This is another form of rigging. The few people who go to register cannot register because there are no machines. It doesn't make any sense. And then you go to the office, they tell you that everything is in order. I don't understand. So we need to, this is where I expect everybody to come up and make sure that what is happening in the West and the North would definitely happen here in the Southeast and the South-South. But if it doesn't happen, because you are already defeated saying, no, our vote don't count, it doesn't count. You don't even care the mechanism used in rigging. This is the rigging. It is not during the election. The rigging is that if you don't have machines to register, you have less voters. So if you have less, 76,000 added to the 11 million or thereabout, it's not even up to 12 million votes. The voters are registered in the Southeast. Then how do you expect if, for instance, if Peter Obi is going to compete, how do you expect that he cannot even get 20 million voters that are going to back him up? That is his base. Everybody has base. Tinubu has his own base in the West. Atiku has his base in the North. And then they not share the remaining one. But at the end of the day, your base is numberless. How can the Igbo nation be at the mainstream of affairs when we don't want to show up our numbers so that we can compete? I don't know how long we keep saying this thing and somebody will sit down there, our vote don't count. Okay, sit down now, your vote don't count, and tomorrow you shout, do this, releasing Nnamdi Kanu. But if you have a main voice in there, will you be speaking to people to release Nnamdi Kanu? Your main voice would have known the problem and releasing Nnamdi Kanu without stress. So this is exactly what we need to do. This is our strategy. Let's change the strategy. It's not working. Thank you very much. We're going to go on a short break now. When we come back, the conversation continues. Remember, we are looking at PENGASSAN and Dangote Bruhaha because the staff of Dangote have been sacked at 24 hours after they joined PENGASSAN, a unionization of that particular organization. Dangote say, nah, I don't want none of it. In my company, stay, don't touch that dial.
Echo FM.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
This week to help those in need. Residents of more.
If you know that it's God Almighty that created you and created we Nigerians like you need to do good things for us because the masses are suffering. How can suspend me here? Are we the slaves?
And I'm going to win this election.
That is the truth.
Stay informed with Echo FM 100.7. Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every weekday at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo, and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People.
Catch up with the latest news updates on Echo 100.7 FM Owerri.
From the newsroom of Echo FM comes a news update at 10. Here are the latest stories we are keeping tabs on. Nigerian electricity workers under the National Union of Electricity Employees have suspended their planned strike following intervention by the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu. The agreement signed jointly with the Senior Staff Association of Electricity and Allied Companies, the Transmission Company of Nigeria, and the Nigerian Integrated System Operator provides for a review of a committee report and the development of an implementation plan. The review is scheduled for October 6th and 7th, with possible implementation later in the month. Authorities reassured that no worker would face retaliation for participating in the strike. The suspension comes after fears of a nationwide blackout were raised, though officials clarified that recent power outages in Abuja were due to operational challenges and unrelated to the national grid. The union and government pledged ongoing collaboration to prevent future disruptions. Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetoken has warned officers to refrain from intervening in land dispute or other civil matters without a criminal element. In a video shared on the Nigerian Police Force official X handle, he stressed that officers must not act as an enforcer for private interests, as such actions erode public trust and damage the force integrity. Egbetokun stated that any officer caught aiding individuals in civil conflicts would face strict disciplinary measures. He emphasized that neutrality is crucial to maintaining the force reputation, noting that improper interference in private disputes compromises justice and accountability. Officers were reminded to prioritize lawful duties and remain impartial at all times. Lere Olayinka, media aide to FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, has accused activist and publisher Moyele Sowore of owning a mansion worth about 885 million naira in the United States. In a post on his verified X handle, Olayinka alleged the property is valued at $552,000 and linked it to what he described as corruption within Sowere's political party, the African Congress, AAC. He further claimed Sowore runs AAC as a sole proprietorship, holding multiple roles, including chairman, financial secretary, and presidential candidate. Olayinka said this was the reason party members suspended him for corruption, though Sowore has yet to respond to the allegation. The African Democratic Congress in Imo State has inaugurated local government executive committee members across 21 of the state's 27 LGAs. State Chairman James Okoroma described the exercise as a strategic move to desk presence and prepare the party for upcoming elections, highlighting the inclusion of representatives from diverse political blocs. 6 LGAs were excluded due to unresolved internal issues, but the party assured fairness and adherence to Article 13 of its constitution, which outlines 53 local government positions. Okoroma urged aggrieved members to use internal dispute resolution mechanism and emphasized that the party's primary focus remains rescuing Imo State from failed leadership, promising more opportunities in future appointments. Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang has raised concern over increased religiously motivated violence in Nigeria, revealing that over 6,000 people were killed in 2023 alone. Speaking through the State Attorney General at a Christian Leaders Conference in Abuja, he urged urgent national action to curb the violence, especially in the Middle Belt, where conflicts often take ethnic and religious forms. Mutfwang called for the establishment of an early warning and response system to detect and de-escalate tensions. He condemned government practices that promote bias in public life and decried the climate of impunity where justice for mass killings is rarely achieved. Human rights advocates also renewed appeal for the release of Leah Sharibu, still in captivity 7 years after her abduction. A diesel-laden tanker fell and caught fire on the Ugwu-Onyema axis of Enugu-Onitsha Expressway on Thursday evening. The Federal Road Safety Corps confirmed no casualties were reported and immediately diverted traffic to the Ngwo Community Road, popularly known as Ngwo Snake Road, to ensure safety and reduce congestion in the area. Firefighters and rescue teams from both the federal and state agencies promptly contained the flames, preventing further escalation. FRSC personnel remained on the scene to manage traffic and ensure public safety, while officials promised to provide updates as the situation develops and normal traffic flow is restored. On the foreign scene, Dangote Petroleum Refinery has sacked all its Nigerian workers less than 24 hours after most of them joined the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN. A memo signed by the refinery Chief General Manager of Human Assets Management, Femi Adekunle, described the move as part of a total reorganization following report of sabotage in some units. The affected staff were asked to return company property and obtain exit clearance, while the finance department was directed to process their benefits. The refinery thanked the workers for their service, but the development has heightened its ongoing dispute with PENGASSAN over unionization. In sports, Nigeria's under-20 team, the Flying Eagles, is preparing for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Chile, having concluded a 12-day training camp with 2 warm-up matches. Head coach Aliyu Zubair highlighted improvements in the team's attacking play, noting that 4 goals scored in a friendly game from different players, showing increased creativity and efficiency in the final third. The team suffered a setback when defender Marvelous Freedom sustained a knee injury and was replaced by Haruna Aliyu of Wiki Tourist. Nigeria will begin its Group F campaign against Norway on September 29 and will also face Saudi Arabia and Colombia, with their coaching staff confident that continued training will further strengthen the squad ahead of the competition. On the foreign scene now, the United States have imposed sanctions on the network accused of funding North Korea's weapon programs and supplying arms to Yemen's military. Targets include the Yemen-based Royal Shunei Lee Company Limited. Its directors and North Korean national Nam Chung-ong, who allegedly facilitated the laundering of funds from Pyongyang intelligence agency. Well, according to the U.S. State Department, the sanctions aim to disrupt the supply of area bombs, guidance kits, and monitoring equipment that have enabled Yemen's military to carry out attacks on civilians since the junta seized power in 2021. Officials say the action reinforces Washington's commitment to counter illicit military corporations and enhance regional and global security. That's all for the news update at 10 as edited by Benjamin Joseph. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms. On Facebook is Echo FM. On X is at Echo FM _. On Instagram and YouTube, it's Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. That's the news update at 10.
It's the sound of the city. Echo.
Every day,
Every hour,
every minute,
and every second.
breaking news occur
From our villages,
in our cities,
new government policies,
the economy,
politics,
social news,
entertainment news.
security concerns.
We, the people, converge.
To analyze
Separating facts from fiction.
lies and truth.
We dissect.
We integrate.
We harmonize.
We criticize.
And we bring you all the juicy details.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. It is Straight Talk.
Straight talk.
Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Shall I begin? I am your host. I am your anchorman. I am the presiding bishop of this ministry, and I am awesome. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, the Buruburu One on radio, the Okenze on radio, your big brother on radio. I am the main event, and I am here.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Are you ready?
All right, welcome back to the show. Let's go straight into the conversation. Before we start that conversation, let's just take some messages that came during the newspaper review so we don't leave anybody behind. This message says, "Good morning, Barry. Well-meaning Nigerians, including PANDEP, Ohaneze Afenifere, and ACF should rise up against lagophobia," that's how he called it, as the lagophobia that is ongoing in Lagos. The government has forgotten that Lagos was once a federal capital, and he can chase away non-indigens by this incessant demolition of properties, which is mostly targeted at a particular ethnic group because Peter Obi won elections in Lagos. Thank you. Elder Ima Oluigbo from Owerri. Thank you, Elder. This one says, "Good morning, my eloquent, majestic Barry. The wickedness and callousness meted upon the Igbos all over the country in general and Lagos State in particular is becoming disheartening and worrisome. Right-thinking and well-meaning Nigerians should rise against it before it explodes to an uncontrollable situation. And voter registration, whether we believe it or not, there is background frustration, discouragement against people of the Southeast. Before the 2023 election, many of went from this exercise, but we never succeeded. Many of us went for change of voting centers, but we never succeeded. The reason must be due to the same hatred against the Igbos. It is not unfortunate and heartbreaking. Isn't a Lady Julie sent in that one? We also have this one. Say, good morning, sir. Igbos are destroying their future in Nigerian politics. Mr. John Okoli. All right, Prince Tochi Nat Okegbu said, texting from Ogbako. Excellent morning, the Guru One on radio. As our president will be visiting Imo State on Monday, 30th, please, I'm urging all our Igbo leaders that will be present with him, the Southeast governors and members of the National Assembly, the clergies, etc., to use this opportunity and plead for our president and know actually what and who is holding his release. This is for the sake of his health and peace of all Igbo people. All right. Okay. Biafra as a Igbo leader, Onyendu Mazinam Dekano Ndigbo, he says appear in court for application for his release on health grant. We urge PBAT to write his name in gold globally by releasing the illegally detained Biafran freedom fighter September 26. Imo bomb blast injured Muslim career at Umuaka Njaba LGA. The state government should be proactive and do the needful immediately to arrest escalation. Boy stabbed granny to death. The long arm of the law should be enforced on this suspect. Thank God it's Friday. Thank you very much. I saw with my eyes many people with a lot of vehicles like motorcycles and cars parking diesels here and there at the Yaradua Drive. Even the police pursued them. They still came back. They are carrying the diesel. I even told that they should, the one to pay the price. They said that I should not mention that at all. They insist in doing it. Good morning, my beautiful couple. All right, thank you very much. Now let's go back to the conversation on our wonderful topic. All right, some other messages on our Facebook. Let's just get them out. This one says, good morning, my eloquent, majestic Barry, the wickedness. I think I've taken that from Julian Nasike on WhatsApp. Sunshine Izuchuku Ukano says, good morning, the Radio Marshal. Dangote Refinery is located in an export processing zone, meaning they can decide to employ all foreign workers. They can decide to sell their products to Nigeria or export everything out of the country. They are free from the national hazards and bottlenecks of day-to-day business operations within Nigeria. Maybe the union wasn't aware. Papa Ejima always cares. And of course, our darling Elder Chijoke, he says hiding from APC phenomenon. Says, Pharaoh of Echo FM Kingdom, Okenze Barry Cosmos, the Gwam of Radio Happy Morning. Elder Chijoke, thank you very much. I still believe that the worst thing that happened to Nigeria is APC and Wike. Nupeng and their senior evil ally, PENGASSAN, are bent on pulling down Dangote Refinery like they did to NNPC Limited. God still the I am that I am. Okay, God is still the I am that I am. All right, thank you very much. Let's go straight into the conversation. All right, it's no longer news that Dangote Refinery has fired about 90% of their Nigerian staff workers who joined the PENGASSAN 24 hours after they joined. Dangote gave them no unionization in my company. If you want to work with me, you cannot join the union. Well, this is a private-owned business who has the company laws and shape, and they say, if you want to work here, you will not do this. But if you do that, well, we'll show you the exit door. And they did it anyway, challenging the owner of his own company. This is not a government establishment. So why were the workers so heady and they must join PENGASSAN? So why did PENGASSAN deceive them, trying to join them? That is one side. On the PENGASSAN side, they're saying the workers will be recalled. And if they are recalled, on what grounds and how are they going to do that recall? Because the only thing they will do next is to go on strike and cripple the Nigerian petroleum industry. Can Dangote afford to let Nigeria descend into another scarcity or fuel crisis in Nigeria? Will they use that as a leverage? Will the government come in and say, no, Dangote, you cannot sack these people. You must hire them. Is it a must that they must hire the people? Well, they have sacked these ones, they can hire new ones. Is it not? So that's another thing. Another man's loss is another man's gain. So if you look at this from both sides, where do you think this is going to lead us to? On one side, the implication is that we are going to have a whole lot of issues to deal with if we aren't careful with this situation, because the implication is completely very, very serious. Well, the PENGASSAN and the workers of the new Peng, how market? How market for una confusion? Recall, this thing is not like it started today. It's been brewing for a while. And they wanted to test. Why would you want to test your employer? Maybe you think that the union is going to save you. Even if at the end of the day, they forcefully say, no, you must work. Well, if they replace you with another worker, it means they are workers. Dangote can go ahead and call for applications today. Millions of people will apply to get that job that you left. So these are all times. I am not saying that workers cannot join unions. You can. But if the company you're working says no, what do you do? Well, has the union come to an arrangement that all workers in Dangote, or if you're an oil worker, you must be a union member? This is not a government establishment. So what is next on this? Let's go talking, people. Recall, newspaper, anything about newspaper is gone. Let's discuss this. So please don't take me back to the newspaper review. Biko, I don't want to waste time, because this is a very serious matter and we need serious-minded people to have conversation on it. Good Malayan, good morning.
The Buruguru one.
I greet you, sir.
Sir, you are the controller general of Eco Fuel.
Okay. Now Eco Fuel, Abi. No be smart thing.
Eco Fuel.
All right.
God bless you, Sabari.
I greet you.
Samuel from Nigeria.
All right. Go ahead.
You see, Sabari, sometimes our people, they punish themselves by themselves. If somebody employed you,
okay,
and he is the owner of this establishment, not a national company, it's his money. He said he is not part of this union.
Okay.
And the union told you that you must join them. You went ahead out of your own way and joined the union. Now, tomorrow, all those workers, they will be saying that devil from their village is pursuing them. Are you getting it?
Okay.
This union, they were there all this while. They did not employ all these workers. They did not establish any company. They have the money. They have the money. The Nupeng and the PENGASSAN and whatever, they have the money to establish a refinery. But they refuse to do that. Then another person has done that with his own money, employed the people. They are trying to discourage those people not to work there. Tomorrow they will say armed robbers full everywhere.
Okay.
My brother, let our people shine their eyes. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Brother Barry.
Hey, Dr. John, welcome, sire.
That's Dr. John calling from Akwakuma this morning.
All right.
Brother Barry, it is very clear that Dangote has not breached the rights of any of its staff.
Okay.
Especially those that have been booted out.
Okay.
It's very, very true. Yes, you have the right to join the union. Your employer has the right to retain you or fire you.
Okay.
And he has several excuses and reasons to give behind firing you. And no court of law will force him to retain you against his or her own wish. You see what Dangote is doing?
Okay.
Dangote has not been political. He's not a politician. And he knows the antics of politics in Nigeria, especially as it concerns unionism. It is highly politicized. These people have been enjoying this thing for years, and Dangote is aware of it. He doesn't want a situation where his business will be crumbled by PENGASSAN strike, and all this as a result of unionism. That is simply what he's trying to do. You know where he said it to? And it's for the good of Nigerians.
Yeah.
So for me, I would prefer, since he has booted that over 90% of Nigeria, he should replace them immediately with other Nigerians.
Okay.
Let me see what NLC will do. Will they be crying for those he has booted out and pay and turn their back against those he has employed? Those who are, there are a lot of Nigerians who are looking for such opportunities. He should employ them and close that gap for their head. Let's see how NSC will take this matter to court and win the case.
Okay.
Thank you, Brother Barry.
Thank you very much. That's Dr. John for you. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
I greet you. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. My name is Herbert. I call from Port Harcourt Road.
All right, Karigo.
Barry, I don't blame Dangote for the decision he took.
Okay.
It's a private business. Come to think of it, government is not even giving him the support he needs. This man imports crude. He refines here and sells to us here locally. And yet, PENGASSAN and Nupeng want him to go with their terms. It doesn't happen that way. I think Usifo is even behind it. Usifo is trying to become very popular. He even anchors a TV program. Maybe he wants to be governor of his state. Let him allow Dangote to run his private business. We should be supporting this man for investing in this country. Some other people have that wealth and they don't invest in this country. But this man has decided to invest his resources in the country and to help us in this petroleum sector that NNPC has monopolized for years, and we are getting nothing out of it. I keep telling people, without Dangote Refinery, NNPC will be selling fuel to us at over 2,000 naira a liter. We should be grateful that this man decided to invest here and stop disturbing him. Instead, let's allow this business thrive. Whoever that doesn't want to work with his terms should quit. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. If you don't want to work, quit. All right. Well, according to the memo dated September 25th, that's yesterday, 2025, and signed by Chief General Manager of Human Asset Management, Femi Adekunle Wakili, posted on X, the company said the decision was taken as part of a total reorganization of the plant following reported cases of sabotage in different units of the refinery. That is what the refinery is putting out there for the reason of sacking these people. Well, the notice directed affected staff to surrender all company properties in their possession to their line managers and obtain exit clearance. Oh boy. This one an immediate effect. The finance department was also instructed to compute benefits and entitlements for payments in line with terms of employment. The refinery management thanked the dismissed workers for their services while in its employment. He don't be you. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Kare. Good morning. Kare.
How are you?
I did.
How is your family?
No, yeah, we did. They look Nigeria, they look us.
Yeah, character. Mario.
Oh.
Those people, Dangote has sacked now. Let them go. President, whatever you call it, the alignment of the Nigerians who are looking for
jobs, Abi.
His business, he not have to expect. Barry, I want to thank you for advising Southeasterners to doing ourselves more harm than good. And again, I want to ask you, thank you for advising our countries. The freedom given to us to ourselves should not be overstretched. Not take it and what can bring an individual people. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Caritas. Well, we managed to get your message. It was a little bit patchy, but we got it. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry Cosmos, the Buruburu one.
Where this man come from?
I come back from vacation.
Oh, God. Tinubu go vacation, you follow and go. Tinubu come back, you remain there. No be smart thing.
That's what it did. I never finished my own. Sorry, my name is Steve Ozem, I am calling from Owerri.
Welcome back, sire.
Nigerian Petroleum Corporation overseeing the Nigerian 3 major refineries could not be able to resuscitate the refineries after several promises by even the previous and the present government. That is Nigerian property. And people are employed in those refineries, and I believe they're still earning salaries up to today.
Yes.
PENGASSAN is a union. Are they standing for Nigerians?
I don't know.
Or for who? See, so many people have already said it. Dangote is a private organization. And you know the problem, the power puzzle in the oil industry in Nigeria. We have seen it playing out. And I believe Dangote understands that industry, and he knows how to protect his investment. It's an investment, huge investment. So he wouldn't allow anybody to allow his investment go down the drains. I will advise the workers in Dangote Refinery to mind their business, except when they are being treated wrongly, something that is against the employment terms or agreement with Dangote. Then you can speak out and go to court. They can have their internal union within Dangote industry instead of aligning with the so-called PENGASSAN, because they would like to crumble Dangote's refinery, and Nigerians will be at loss. So I think Dangote is doing everything to protect his investment. Permit me to speak a little, because it's related to what is happening in Lagos. Okay. So many people will blame the Igbos. Why are you investing in Lagos? Why are you investing in Lagos? But we have seen even politicians who are accused of buying houses in Florida, USA. They carry Nigerian money, go and invest in USA. So you can invest anywhere in the world. And we have seen examples where a president is traveling to Brazil, traveling to other countries, begging them to come and invest in Nigeria. So when a Nigerian invests in another part of Nigeria, is he not supposed to be encouraged instead of trying to destroy their investment? So I think in a long run, Lagos State will be at loss for what they are doing now. I am telling you the truth. I wish some other people will come to the Southeast and invest, because it will develop the area. Then when you begin to play politics in development, people go anywhere in the world and invest. People call them, come and invest in our economy, because what you invested will remain there, will employ people. So it is wrong for anybody to begin to say, because they're from this side, we want to demolish their business. Lagos State is actually destroying their own economy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Steve. Now, a lot of people are also saying Dangote is a capitalist person and he's selfish and wicked for sacking his workers because they joined PENGASSAN. Is it justified? Is that enough reason? But Dangote never said it's because they joined PENGASSAN. It is because they want to reorganize, and they say sabotage. That is what the company is saying. But a lot of persons are also saying that he's a very wicked and selfish capitalist. He won't get away with this. Will he get away with it? Let's get your take on that question. How so we will forget that? Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Cosmos.
I greet you, sir.
I mean, if I could just be from Momo Dogo,
all right. Okay. Thank you. Welcome.
Yes, that is something some people don't actually understand, Nigerians. You see what the last speaker told you now? It's just how it is. Let me tell you, people fail to understand that anytime this PENGASSAN is on strike, every Nigerian economy is standstill. The poor masses will suffer it because there will be no fear in any place. People will be trekking. And any little fear you see that will be very, very expensive because they are on strike. You get it?
Yeah.
Now, what Dangote is trying to do is whether they are on strike or not, the Nigerian system will continue. Everything will continue. There will be fear in the market.
Yeah.
People will go about their normal business. That's what he's trying to do.
Okay.
By that time, the PENGASSAN will be the people to suffer it and not Nigerians. This means this thing Dangote is doing now, how does it concern Nigerians? That he says his people will not support or will not join or register with a PENGASSAN. And then Nigerians are worrying themselves. Why are you worrying yourself? He's fighting for you. He wants you to continue living your life normal, whether PENGASSAN is on strike or not, because his own business will be going on and you'll be buying. You get it? So that is the system. I'm supporting Dangote. Let us allow him. Any person who wants to join him and you're Nigerian, go and join the company. Go about your normal business, and that is it. I don't want any sympathy from any person. If you don't want, then he will sack you. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you. He said, if you don't want, we'll sack you. Good morning.
Good morning, Daddy, my brother. How are you this morning?
So, Yawa.
It's a man calling from World Bank.
Okay.
Daddy, one thing that tires me in this country is that it's like a snake with two heads. You don't know where the tail is, where the head is. I think there are labor laws in this country.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So where is the confusion coming from?
Okay.
Somebody has his own right as an employer. The staff also have their own laws. What laws guide them? Does the law, whatever it is, the industrial law and whatever, allow these people to join? So this thing should be clearly stated now. So that so what is this? Does PENGASSAN have power to enforce the staff of Dangote to enjoin their union? And do you understand where I'm going to?
Yes, I understand you very well.
So are there no laws to regulate things in this country? Why is everything? I mean, what's going on? Have a nice day, my brother.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Comrade Fayagba, good morning and welcome, sir.
I think we are trying to destroy the country.
Okay.
The way many people try to destroy it when we are talking about fuel subsidy.
All right.
The issues involved there are not whom do you want to support.
Okay.
Like the last person said, their laws are clear.
Okay.
And that thing affects the constitutional rights of people. You cannot employ people and say you cannot be a Christian. You cannot be a Muslim. You cannot do this and you cannot. The government is supposed to intervene, and I expect Ministry of Labor will intervene. But to tell the people who are talking the way they are talking, that Dangote is not even with them, they avoided saying they sack them because of trade union. Because if it is right to sack somebody because he joined the trade union, they would have said, okay, because he joined trade union. It is people who are by the side that are doing the deduction. There are laws. No employer is bigger than Nigeria.
So what does the law say, sir?
The Constitution says you are free to join any association.
Okay.
Once it's not illegal. So somebody will not say because they employed you that you shouldn't join this, you shouldn't join that.
Okay.
If it is joining it to sabotage his organization, that's a different matter. But that I joined your company, you are a Catholic, I'm a Protestant. You sack me because of that. It is not allowed.
Okay, let's look at it from this point. Dangote Company has been having fracas with PENGASSAN, Nupeng, over very pertinent issues like pricing, importation. They want the Dangote to carry the responsibility of transportation, delivering, of course, if they want to set fuel at so and so price, or they were allowed to increase the price of fuel. And then Dangote said, no, this has been a problem, a long-standing battle with the company. And then the workers, knowing fully well that this is one of the problems of the company and the PENGASSAN, go and join that organization. What do you expect the owner of the company to do? Do you think by sacking them, he justifies that particular action? Or does it go against the company law?
Well, because there's not much time.
Okay.
If they have said they sacked them because of union, you will be inviting International Labour Organization.
Okay.
But the NLC is supposed to knock down the country, all the unions, because they are fighting unionism. The country's unionism started in. They did this type of thing and failed. And then they started making laws to regulate the union when they saw that union should be a partner in progress. In our own time, of course, Dangote would have not, when we were unionists. I'm a veteran unionist.
Okay.
He wouldn't have done it. And he's avoiding it by saying, I'm the organization that was sabotage. It is now for the Ministry of Labor to go in and see whether the country is being put where it will be very dangerous. Because there can be picketing, there can be sabotage, there can be many other things. So people who are thinking, law is not moral. Law is on a different case.
Okay. In this case now, sir, just before you go, as a union leader, since I have you here, let's get some beautiful conversation I need. As a union leader, Dangote has not said he's sacking them because they joined PENGASSAN. They say it's reorganization and there's sabotage in this company. So now, do you think this sack is justified based on that?
Listen, if he's reorganizing his company, he can sack people.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, what people are discussing on the radio is that because it's a private business, they can sack people just because they join union. So First Bank can abolish unionism.
All right.
One university can abolish unionism. So you can change the discussion to be a different thing.
Okay.
Because when you start attacking unionism, you are in fact creating international input into a local problem.
Okay.
So you don't sack people, because I have given an example with religion, because of their faith. That is, it's a fundamental human right.
Yeah.
If I can join any association I like, but if my joining association I like makes me sabotage their job, then you will sack me based on the sabotage of the job, not on the association I join.
Yeah, that's clear.
So let people leave off discussing whether people have a right to join association. They have a right.
All right.
That one is clear. Thank you very much.
That one is very clear. Thank you very much, Comrade Fayagba, for your contribution. Now, the issue is if you have a right, according to the law, definitely, the law of association allows you. But as a company staff, I don't know how you're going to do that, but definitely Chief Fidel Onyeneke is on the line. Let's get to hear Chief Fidel. Good morning, Chief.
Of course, I'm a unionist, but not as old as Naikwaba. He is our leader in unionism.
Okay.
And I thank God for what he said. I have been calling since to read out part of the Constitution and the labor laws. But the truth is that already Dangote is facing attacks from different people, including the marketers, including those who run refineries and so on. So whatever happens now can be linked to a deliberate attempt to pull down Dangote. That is why people are reacting the way they are reacting.
Okay.
I want to quickly suggest that there is no harm in unionization, but let them give Dangote some time. Let him stabilize in what he is doing, because his products, efforts he's making today, all these efforts are helping in helping Nigerians.
Okay.
In tackling some of our socio-economical problems.
Okay.
So let him be given a time, a situation where he will now allow his workers to join unions, and tomorrow you hear of strike and so on.
Okay.
Nigerians will continue to suffer.
Okay.
For God's sake, let PENGASSAN, NLC, TUC and others mellow down so that Dangote will not sack more staff. Even though sacked, there should be negotiations now so that the reconciliation, so that they will be recalled while the company are oppressed. After some time, unions can now know how to come in and creep in. Thank you and God bless you. I'm Fidel Onyeneke.
All right, thank you, Chief, for your contribution. Okay, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Brother Barry. Dr. John coming back again. Please give me a moment.
Okay.
Dangote has just told us the reason why he's laying off these Nigerians to cut costs. That's it. So whatever rendering we have to give to it, he has given his reason, and that reason is valid under the law. So let it be. And let us start playing the politics. Since they are playing the politics, Dangote will play the politics with them. Let's see who will suffer.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dr. John, let's see who will suffer. All right, this Ejike Lawrence says, good morning, Barry. This Ejike Lawrence writing from World Bank. It is quite unfortunate those workers didn't consult very well before deciding to join the union. Dangote is a private establishment. If the workers' choice does not align with Dangote's terms and conditions, let him replace them immediately. That is the gospel according to AGK Lawrence. Mecca Dinkpa says, good morning, One. What is happening in Dangote Group is the hard work of, handwork of federal government because they are getting from it. Barry Cosmos, thank God it's Friday. Dinkpa Mecca Dinkpa, how is the federal government getting from sacking people now? All right. It says, this one says, this is Wadike Charles from Area L, World Bank Housing Estate. Says, good morning to you, my majestic and indefatigable Barry Cosmos. Please, Mr. Barry, how can someone employ you and he gave you his terms and conditions via his company? And Nupeng is one of the things he is very against in his firm, and you stubbornly joined what he is against, and you believe he will never remove you. What a bombshell. Let them go and sit down and allow those that will sit on his rules to be employed, because tomorrow they will complain that no job in Nigeria, and this lucrative one you have, you jeopardize it because of your selfish aggrandizement. I rest my case, my majestic Barry. God bless you for this straight talk, and I love you guys at Echo FM. Thank you very, very much for your message and your perseverance with us through this chaotic nature of Nigerian news that never brings any palatable one every morning. We also have this one says, Virginius Ndube say, they're supposed to do what Dangote said. Nonsense. Can you imagine that? Now on the vex. Okay. Dangote employed them. Say, Comrade Ompadek Chidozen was texting from Umokane, Ohaji, the most peaceful community in Imo State. Say, good morning, my brother Barry. Sincerely speaking, what Dangote did is what every other person would have done, because nobody has the right to flout the directive of his employer. Those fired by Dangote deserve no pity. Barry, for example, can anyone who is a staff of the Imo State Broadcasting Corporation as a broadcaster be on air and be campaigning for ADC or PDP, knowing fully well that he is employed and paid by the APC government? What a question. Only you go answer that one, not be me and you. Okay. Charles Christopher said, Mr. Barrio, these people calling Dangote capitalist and very wicked. Is it Nupeng that is not mean and wicked? This is a private business, for Christ's sake, and you should obey his rules. And he didn't make rules for these people, rather for all his workers. If you can't obey, you leave. All right, Mr. Barry. He said, Mr. Barrio, let me ask you, please, can you go against the policies, rules, and regulations of Echo FM and expect Clan Chief Professor Kingsley Ebubemba Ikedru to still retain you? What a question. Okay, now they use my job, they use the do example. I go, okay. But of course, we have our company rules that you have to abide by. Once you go against it, they give you the boots immediately. And of course, I trust my boss. That one, they won't waste time at all. He goes, so yeah, back your load and go collect your money, they go. What are we saying? Anyways, people will always be against it because this Dangote, but we know what happens in private companies and businesses here. Good morning, Mr. Barry. Once again, Wadike Charles from World Bank Housing Estate. Okay, we also have this one says, good morning, Barry. Blessing from Orogwe. Joining a union is the right thing to do, but the timing for me is wrong. Rebellious and technically legally baseless. However, I think it's high time we have another refinery like or close to Dangote. That way, this corrupt power dynamics and hazardous working environment would be critically tackled from both the side of Dangote monopoly and union brouhaha. Based on the matter on ground, I say aye for Dangote. The eyes have it on this one. Okay. And for Yunan to become say betalicious morning to you, my lovely voice in the studio. Thank God it's Friday. TGIF. All right, Dangote is getting it right. Please let us clap for him. Kachineke Mezoku. Okay. The beautiful plus. He says, good morning, Barry. Our Southeast at INEC need to go house and registered citizens. I rest my case. I don't tell you, say, I don't want to read newspaper. Don't distract. Let's not distract this one. But thank you very much, the beautiful. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome aboard. Name and submission.
Yeah, my name is Eda Chijoke Anaba.
Eda Chijoke, can you turn down the volume on your radio? Turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I want to do now.
Okay, go ahead.
The Nigerian, the Nigerian employers of labor,
okay,
is established by law. There is an act, Labor Act of Nigeria, and in that Labor Act, hey, let me keep my radio fast.
Okay.
So, in that Labor Act, people, employers of labor, are to join unions, and unions are in groups.
Okay.
Like the gas union, the civil service, and the other industries. So every employer of labor is expected to have their workers unionized.
Okay.
And there is a very good advantage in joining unions. One, the employer of labor will have the way to negotiate in case of any problem that arises between the workers and the employer by asking the union leaders to come forward for negotiation. In the case that there is no union in such a factory or in such organization, if the workers revolt, it will be hard to get how to negotiate, and they will destroy things in the factory. Dangote is one of the employers of labor in the country. He has a very big factory. And he has allowed PENGASSAN, which owns the gas section or petrol station, for their workers to be unionized. And if he fails to do that, it means that he's doing slave labor in his factory. And there is no employer of labor that can give somebody employment and write it formally that he will not join union, because he knows it's against the law.
Well, Dangote has not written anything formally that they are not going to join. They said, if you want to join, go and join. That's what they said.
Okay. Why did he talk about 90% of Nigeria?
He said they are reorganizing. Are you going to tell them what to do with his own company? They are reorganizing, and there is sabotage on the part of workers. So if your boss in your company decides that he wants to reorganize, are you going to tell him who to sack? This is not the first time Dangote is also sacking people. In 2023, they laid off senior managers who complained.
But before you lay off a worker, there is a condition of service.
No, the condition of service...
He should set up a committee to try those workers in the first place and see if they actually sabotage or not before he sacks them. Failure to do that, if the workers take him to court, he will come and prove that allegation. And if he proved it beyond all reasonable doubt, then the workers will go. If he didn't prove it beyond all reasonable doubt, workers will not go.
Okay.
So the essence of calculating
I think you are failing to understand that this is a private-owned company, and what you're saying now, I don't know if you think it's government work. Thank you. Bye-bye. They talk like a government employee. Now, government, you're going to do other one for now. As a day and now, the day Clan Chief Professor Kingsley say, oh, Barry, I don't need your services again. Which I want to talk. You know, the kind of they go. It's a very simple thing. Whether you have, so long as they pay you what you're entitled to after they terminate your contract or they terminate your work. What you're entitled to is that you'll be paid so and so amount where you go, which Dangote has directed the finance to prepare all their benefits and allow them to go. That is a different matter. But the issue is that, can anybody prove that Dangote is not reorganizing his company? That's the question. Can you also prove that there was no sabotage, since we have been hearing breakage, stop of this, stop of that? Can you also prove that PENGASSAN is not sabotaging Dangote's effort to keep petrol fairly cheap for Nigerians? Can you also prove that the workers who are joining PENGASSAN is not that PENGASSAN wants to use them anytime Dangote does not agree with what they want, they'll declare strike and the members will go on strike? So these are all issues Dangote understands. Man, this man is the richest man in the world. The company is doing one of the best jobs ever. So if he decides that, no, this is going to be something it's like going to be a fishbone in your neck, and I don't want it, and then the workers join them, does it justify him firing them? If it does not go according to what his plans are for the future of his company. Those are the questions. So everybody all in support say aye. Again say nay. I think we are going to take a caller, whether the ayes or the nays will have it. Good morning.
Barry,
I greet you.
Barry Cosmos.
Huh?
Oh, brother, you want Popo. I'm calling from Mechanic Village, Georgie.
Carry go, brother.
Barry, do you know that this thing that is happening now, concerning Dangote and his employees and in Nigeria, I am 100% happy because Bible said it that judgment will start from the altar. That is from his house. That means that before the whole Nigerians will know the truth. The fight will be between the big man in Nigeria and the government. And from there we know whether we are safe in the hand of our leaders or not. Can you see that these people doesn't want our rights? Look at now. They are going to fight because of those that joined the union. Watch. Because they know that they are going to implicate them. And all those unions, since Nigeria started till today, what have they achieved in this country? We know that our enemies. Union is number one. Union. Both in the market, both even those selling bread and those selling pure water.
All right.
They are enemies of this country.
Thank
those
you.
that are selling whatever selling, they are enemies.
All right,
of this
so
country.
are you saying aye? Are you saying aye for Dangote or nay for Dangote? And
I will clap for her, Dangote. I raise up my head and clap for him.
All right.
I still remember you want for both. He should go ahead.
Thank you.
All of them.
Thank you very much, Brother One for Bobo. So on this matter in this parliament, because I'm the presiding judge here, the ayes have it. Okay. And that's it for today's show on this particular matter. Just before we go, Elder Chijika said, Barrio, where were the unions before NNPCL Limited Refinery stopped work? Why are they still enjoying salaries without work? Now that they want Dangote Refinery to be on the receiving end because it has become Nigeria's rescue. These are agents of APC, period. Hey, God. What the APC do at Chijika now? It is Chijika now at large. Thank you very much, Elder Chijika. All right. God bless you, everybody. That is our show for today. The eyes have it for Dangote today, this morning. Let's do this again next week for another round of beautiful conversation. Happy weekend to all of you. Enjoy yourself. Eat, but don't eat too much. Drink, don't drink too much. Remain my own. When you see me, you hear me next week, Monday. Bye-bye for now. Up next is She Matters. Those women, they will come here today. All right, the HOP is already here. Ma begin theories the go as we leave the She Matters up next.
It's the sound of the city. Echo 100.7.